Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics with something extra special today. This is a Halloween block of the month that's going to make you smile, and you're going to want to be a part of this. Spooktacular Night Out is a 9-month block of the month program designed right here at Shabby Fabrics, and our team had so much fun. There was a lot of collaboration to bring this one home because we just kept adding elements that just took it from cute to even cuter. So let's pan around this quilt. We'll start up in our upper left, obviously a cute little haunted house with the eyes and our little trick-or-treater. Notice the cobblestone fabric we were able to find for the pathways. I had an absolute blast choosing the fabrics for this project. And you can see the little details like the cat in the window, the bats flying overhead, just little touches of embroidery there for the window panes, little tiny buttons for the doorknobs. All of those things will be included in your kit. And then, of course, as we travel down to our main block here with our pumpkin patch, with our darling little kitties and our mouse, so fun with the stars in the sky. Something I want to point out that's super fun about that center block, as well as down here in the middle where we say boo. Those two, cat and the ghost, glow in the dark. We could not resist using the Berry Frost glow in the dark from Michael Miller. So when the lights turn off, those little critters will still be glowing. And if you've got little ones, they're going to just giggle at that. Heck, I giggle at that. So a lot of fun things happening. And then, of course, one of my favorite blocks is the witch here with her fun little stockings, her high heels, and so much more. And of course, down below, we have our lovely scene with our rolling hills, with our crow and our ghost and the owl and all of those things. We, again, had so much fun. And our desire when we design an exclusive project is to bring a smile to your face. So let me tell you the details about this. There's limited space. Of course, we had to guess at the number of spots. And once that's sold out, we cannot add to this program because we bought all of the available fabric on that outer border. So this is going to be our complete offering of this one. 9 months, as I said, as you would expect, you'll be getting all of your background fabrics and all of that applique is prefused and laser cut. You've come to expect that. I also mentioned about the embroidery floss that'll be included as well. And then the buttons will be coming at the very end because, of course, you want to get everything quilted and then be able to sew on the buttons. Your options, you always have that with a block of the month. It's this backing. Again, we bought everything that Northcott had available of that. That's going to be your outer border. And if you want that as your backing, get that as soon as you sign up for your program. As we know, those laser cut shapes are on to the background just temporarily until we stitch them down. And that's the 50 weight thread set that we use to stitch all of our shapes down. So when you get your spot in the program and you grab your backing, get the thread set. Just 3 things, right? Quilt backing thread set. Now, you can imagine with all of this applique, we didn't bring those shapes onto the background one by one, not even. We will be providing a layout diagram for you each month so that when you get your shapes and you have your layout diagram, get your wafer 2 light box or whatever light box you have at home. We'll put the diagram down with the Applifuse mat on top, and it's just like paint by numbers. Everything's going down, layered, merging things together. So you're bringing things on the background as completed units. It's such a cool process. And obviously I've demonstrated that many times. You could really watch any of our block of the month programs and you can see me do that. It's a really neat process. And that's then when the stitching comes into place. Just a little bit of patchwork here to add some fun, to break up the applique. Those are half square triangles that make up our pinwheel units. And if you love to be able to make really precise pinwheels, you can of course pick up the 2-inch star singles. There aren't a lot of half square triangles. You can see this unit here, a little bit off here. It's the easiest, most accurate way that I've ever found to make half square triangles. But if you have a way you prefer, the star singles would be an option. I wouldn't say a requirement by any means. These are the rulers that we use. We'll just zero in on those. You can get anything you know is important to you. And of course, when we're doing our patchwork, I don't necessarily use a super nonstick because there's no fusible, but it never hurts Remembering that most of this quilt is applique, be sure to pick up the super nonstick size 80-12. That is specifically engineered to reduce the friction and the chance of breakage and gumming up the needle when you're using fusible applique products like Steam-A-Seam, Heat and Bond, etc. We also have two sizes of needles here. Really, the Richard Hemming size 4 is what's going to be needed to do the hand embroidery here that you're seeing around the quilt. Because some of the buttons on the door knobs are so small, you might need to get that really small diameter needle, and that would be what we can kind of consider a straw needle. So you know what your needles needs are, especially with hand embroidery and smaller needles. You might even have that at home. There are some smaller shapes, so if you're like me and I just have a hard time grabbing things, these Gypsy Quilter tweezers are amazing. And of course, anything else you might need. But like I say every single time, because we don't want any disappointed customers, if this is you and you've been waiting for just a super cute block of the month, be sure to reserve your spot, your back and your thread set, any notions you might need, and I'll see you on a future Shabby video.